Welcome back on a Tuesday, November 1st, of course, with each turning month. Hopefully new job numbers come out in a few weeks, and maybe we can continue to tick downwards from the 11.1 or 11, definitely the right direction. However, any unemployment is way too much. And to help combat the fact that, boy, there are a lot of applicants for every single position, especially here in the Palmetto State, from the Richland County Public Library, as we do every single Tuesday morning. Ms. Lori Cook, how are you?
Good. Good to be back.
And you are really kind of the jobs guru at the Job Center at RCPL.
One of them. We've got several job gurus up there.
In fact, I hope it says in your door, the
yes, the
guru.
big capital letters.
Yes, yeah, the guru. So the Job Center, your mission is really just to give people skills on how to get on top of that stack of 200 resumes, how to be number one in the pack of the 5 interviews that an employer gives.
Right. Empower you as you go out to do your job searching, and then once you start the interview process and all of that, we want to empower you with the right skills and resources that you need.
So we've talked about resumes, how to create it, how to really make your resume stand out in that stack of 200, which is what people get. Okay, so you get there, you get to the top. Mr. Ryan, we'd like to talk to you. Well, now here comes the interview.
Right, right. And we did talk about interviews a little bit last week, but I wanted to make sure before we moved on that I at least mentioned a new kind of interview practice that's coming out. And people still ask the traditional questions, why did you leave your last employer, what are your career goals, that kind of thing. But a lot of companies are moving towards what's called the behavioral interview question. So we just wanted to make sure that we mention that to people if they haven't been out there in a while, haven't had an interview in a while. This may be something that they're going to face.
What is the behavioral interview style?
The premise behind it is that the most accurate predictor of future performance is past performance in a similar situation. So basically, the employer's got something that they're looking for, some knowledge, skill, or ability, and they're going to ask you a question, a probing question, to try and get you to tell them about a time that you've exemplified that particular knowledge, skill, or ability. An example would be describe a situation in which you were able to use persuasion to successfully convince someone to see things your way.
Wow.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, if you're not prepared, it kind of weighs on you like this. So we just want to make sure people know. Now, there is a strategy for answering these questions, and it's called the STAR method. And basically, S stands for situation. Just give them a little background. And then T is the task. What are the tasks involved in that situation? What actions did you take? That's the A. And then what was the result? And if you can do that through the question, then you will be specific and detailed enough to give them what they want. But you have to do your homework. You have to be prepared. Now,
obviously this goes beyond the regular question. I see you're certified in Microsoft Word. Yes, sir, that's the easy one. But then the question then would be, explain how you used Microsoft Word to win a presentation over.
Exactly, because they want to know more. They're trying to pull that from you. Yeah. And so basically, when you look at your resume, whatever you put on that resume that you can do, make sure that you have a specific example and that you can talk about it. It may take you 3 to 5 minutes to answer one of these questions.
Is it okay to have to sit? If you ask me a question, can I sit and say, wow, that's a great question, Ms. Cook? Let me think about it. I mean, is that appropriate or is that awkward, make you look unprepared?
Always, always make sure you understand the question, take a deep breath, give yourself a minute. Let me think about that for a minute. That's okay, because the employer is interested in your answer. They are, but they may be just as interested in how you tackle that particular challenge. And they're interested in your enthusiasm and your confidence. So yeah, take your time, take a deep breath. Remember, an interview is a conversation, and think less about questions and more about tell me a story. These are all story opportunities.
Fantastic. Ms. Lori Cook, the RCPL, Richland County Public Library Job Center.
Yes.
Free to the public. You don't have to be a member of the library, which is awesome. You can go to myrcpl.com, get all the information, and each week you're here with just some tips and some thoughts. And we'll get these, including the STAR method, up for you at midlandsconnect.com as well. Ms. Cook, thank you as always. We'll see you next week talking about great job skill stuff you need to get ahead of the